teams here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the... back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go now. 70, Indy. Hey, Charlie. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Here's Miller on first down. He finds Robinson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, alert 3. Now!
Throwing on first down. Miller sets up the screen to Robinson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Miller looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone or...
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
8, read, and lock it.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Miller now operating from the gun. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, go, go. Check, check. Press, 6, 6. Pull it high. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 37, check 37. Go. Ringo, Ringo, Ringo.
They run. Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. 60 or. Watch twins. Watch twins. Chopper, chopper. Rock, rock it, rock it. Go, go.
Now Miller on 1st and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! Tyson, Tyson. You ain't got nothing. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch it, come on, switch it. Check, 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 check.
They'll run on 1st down. McClellan. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, McClellan. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go. Waiting. 54. Go on. Go on, dude. It's Ray 57. Deuce. Wide. Get wide. Hey. Try 7. Crash.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Yo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. No chance. SOS.
Working from the gun. Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 22. Looking to throw. Miller. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Hey, dude.
Back to throw. Miller. It's complete to Robinson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Miller from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd down, McClellan.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
5-9. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Okay, right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Miller. And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Robinson. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Miller. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, McClellan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Big stop.
They'll try the left side. McClellan. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Solid.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Protein spill. 49, check 49.
They'll run here with Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch 84. He's going. Hey, box truck. What you got, Abby? Give me some. Here we go. Kill.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
52's the mic. Watch the run. New mic 52. X3. 218. Chop. Check. 25. Shoot.
Here's Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. All day. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic.
Miller now from the gun. He'll throw, and that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
52, Mike 52. I'm here all day. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Check, 52's the Mike. You draw Porter. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Say. Five.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on, set. 60 or. Check out. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I don't even know why this team showed up. Sit. Greystone, Travis. Mike 52. I'm trying to collect. 52 is the Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Miller to throw on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
52's the Mike, 52. That's right, baby.
Miller operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Let's see. Hey, let's go. Get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to the score, Dolphins 24, Bears 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last trip.
He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
Sunday. Go, go.
All day. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Pac-Man.
Here we go, D.
82. Hey, high 7.
I'm scared. Check.
Here.
Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, tank.
Hey, Stan.
On play action, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Go. 120. Great.
It's our field.
Sunday.
Hey, it's our house.
Check 4. Hey, Zoo.
36. No. Off. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 13.
Kill.
13. Joker. You got tape.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Check three.
Now.
Throwing again. Miller. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, Miller. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Target.
Shift. Motion. Check. Shift. Man 5-7.
54, right there, right there.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's 4th down.
3-5-7.
54.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go.
Here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Right there.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, orbit.
52, Mike 52.
Look at me. Zipper.
52, come on. Check 52, come on. It's just me and you. It's just me.
Hey, Wahoo.
52, Mike 52. Hey, watch the slant.
Dude.
Here's Miller. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
And that is is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Miller now throwing on first down. It's caught. Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now. It's Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Yeah.
Motion.
5. Recon, 152 fighter.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20.
General West. Bam.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, box truck.
We got 25 the mic. Come on, let's go. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
61, match box, light. Get it.
Now Miller operating from the gun. That's complete to Robinson. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, He knows he's only as good as his last kick.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Hey, Alpha.
Miller looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Bravo.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. At 25.
From the gun, Miller fighting to stay upright. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Miller throwing on 4th down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
They'll try the left side. Robinson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 52 to Mike.
Protein spill.
Let's go, D.
Hut. 5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
Go, go.
Man up, D. Mark 55. Go. Go.
This 5-7.
Mark 55. Mark 55.
This 5-7.
I'm coming after you.
Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Spot.
Hey, empty.
Check.
Corky, 82, Corky. Hey, high 7.
55 is my guy. 55. I got you, boy.
Back to throw. Wentz. Throws right side, and that's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
81. Hey, dude. Hey, boss. X3. 218, chop.
Check.
Wentz to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
19-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Delta. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Watch 52.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike.
Let's go. Hit it.
Miller now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, Wahoo!
On fourth down, Miller. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go. Back. 280. We own it. We own it.
On first down, McClellan looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 280.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try the left side. McClellan, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the